A very good morning to all the dignitaries. With the blessings of Honorable Founder President Sir of Amity Education Group, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan Sir, our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan Sir, Senior Vice President of Amity Education Group, Mr. U. Ramachandran Sir, respected Mr. Gaurav Gupta Sir, Vice President of Amity Education Group, we are here to start the 2 days international conference on recent advances in the field of commerce and finance in association with Federation of Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is organized by Amity College of Commerce and Finance, Amity University, Jharkhand. I, Dr. Priya Chaurasya, convener ICRACF 2022, extend a warm welcome to Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Dr. Ashok K. Srivastava Sir, respected Dean Academic Sir, Professor Dr. Ajit Kumar Pandey Sir, respected Director Sir Law, Professor Dr. Sridat Arvind Pandey Sir, respected Director Sir Engineering, Professor Dr. Vikas Mishra Sir, respected Registrar Sir, Mr. Prabhakar Tripathi Sir, our respected Head of Institute, Arts and Commerce, Dr. Sona Chaudhary Ma'am, Deputy Director, Admissions and Marketing, Mr. Sumit Singh Sir, esteemed colleague, and all the dignitaries of Second International Conference on Recent Advances in the Field of Commerce and Finance in association with Federation of Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Last year, Amity College of Commerce and Finance and Amity Business Schools have organized 2 days international conference on recent advances in the field of economics, commerce, and finance in association with FJCCI. This year, the second international conference on recent advances in the field of commerce and finance has been organized by Amity College of Commerce and Finance to give the premier forum for researchers and students to discuss and exchange their new ideas, novel results, and experiences on all the aspects of commerce, business, finance, and accounting. Amity College of Commerce and Finance, Amity University, Jharkhand would like to gather experts, leaders, and like-minded individuals who want to contribute to the future of education, to promote the research activities in commerce and finance, and also to serve as a forum for exchange of ideas, experiences, collections, and informations on business, trade, commerce, management. We would like to gather the experts, leaders, and like-minded individuals who want to contribute to the future of education. The last decade witnessed multified advances which have affected every aspect of human life, altering the pattern of thinking and process of daily activities. Considering these critical advances, Amity College of Commerce and Finance, Amity University, Jharkhand have invited academicians, practitioners, experts, and leaders who want to contribute towards the academic dialogue, furthering innovations for enhancing human life. This conference is an attempt to provide a robust platform for discussing business, economics, and societal changes of innovations and reforms. The last decade in particular has seen many disruptive innovations, such as emergence of fintech companies, expansion of e-commerce into all the aspects of life, from food delivery to the credit allocation and establishment of data-aware, stringent financial reporting standard. The latest trend can be digitizations, mobile banking, security, blockchain, artificial intelligence. With this, we have also seen attempts at shifting the focus from immoral growth towards holistic development with the advent of alternative economic system. So, considering all these changes, Amity College of Commerce and Finance, Amity University, Jharkhand found it imperative to call for this international conference addressing these and other such issues. We believe that discussion at this conference will not enrich the respective disciplines, but also enrich the policy making across the globe. This discussion will also have revisit old postulates and theories and come up with the newer alternative theories in this field. I, as a convener of conference, on behalf of entire Amity family, once again, very warmly welcoming you all the dignitaries, delegates, and scholars to the inaugural session. Knowledge is the light which liberates the mind from darkness. We begin the lighting of this spacious lamp, chanting the Gayatri Mantra and invoking the goddess of learning, Ma Saraswati, so that our discourses may bear fruit. With these words, I would like to ask for the virtual lighting of the lamp. Thank you. As per the tradition of Amity family, we begin all our official function with singing of the national anthem. I request all the participants to kindly rise up at their respective seats for the national anthem. Now, I would like to request our IT team to play our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Today, we are honored that we have with us our guest of honor, Dr. Sandeep Gopalan Sir, ex-Vice Chancellor, Carolina University, USA, Mr. Aditya Malhotra Sir, Vice President, Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Bashiro Aremo Sir, Vice Chancellor of Crown University, International Chartered UNESCO Laureate. I welcome you all, sir, on behalf of entire Amity family, that you have given your valuable time with us today. This international conference is being organized in collaboration with the Federation of Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We have amongst us the Vice President of FJCCI, respected Mr. Aditya Malhotra Sir, as a guest of honor for the conference. I heartily welcome you, sir, on behalf of entire Amity family. I just request Dr. Bhavna Taneja ma'am to kindly introduce Mr. Aditya Malhotra sir to the conference delegates. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Aditya Malhotra did his primary education from St. Xavier's School, Ranchi. Later on, he did his BSc Honours from St. Xavier's College, Ranchi. Subsequently, he did his master's, that is MBA, in marketing from Birla Institute of Technology. He has been associated with various associations, including organizations like Ranchi Management Association, and is also a past president of Rotary Club of Ranchi. He is also the Zonal Railway Users Consultative Committee, that is ZRUCC's member of South Eastern Railway. He is presently the Vice President of Federation of Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industries, which is the apex body of trade, commerce, and industry in the state of Jharkhand. He is an avid reader and an adventure sports enthusiast. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bhavna.
Sir, we would like to hear from you what the Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce is doing, sir.
A very good morning to all the esteemed management team of the MIT University, the galaxy of esteemed speakers for this two-day seminar, Dr. Bhavna and your entire host team. Greetings from the Federation of Chamber of Commerce. As you are all aware, the Chamber of Commerce is the apex body of trade and commerce in the state of Jharkhand. Our role, we act like a bridge and a facilitator between the trade and industry and the government. Whenever the government has to formulate their plans, we are asked to give our opinion and suggestions. We play a pivotal role in deciding the various schemes which the government has to plan in the coming days. As you all know, our state has had the misfortune of it has never had a very politically stable government. The Chamber of Commerce strives to Yes, please. I think the call was lost. The Chamber of Commerce strives to bridge the gap between the aspirations of the trade and community and come in a big way how we can augment the financial capability and build upon the trade and commerce for the state. We are having close to about 65 subcommittees in the Chamber of Commerce, which are like taxation, civil aviation, railways, business expansion, and a host of other committees. And we are in regular dialogue with the various departments of the government, and we bring about the problems faced by the trade to the government. Of late, our role is becoming more challenging because of the changing scenario. There is more of a challenge now because of the global perspective. The challenges which India face and how we can make it to a global 5 trillion economy. The onus rests on the trade and commerce. So our role is also changing and emerging. We are looking at the new avenues of how we can develop the trade on an international level, how we can work forward to boost the economy, how we can bring about more of avenues of earning in the lowest strata of the society, how we can work for the upliftment of people living in villages. Because as we all know, India lives in the villages. If we can bring about a socio-economic change there, then only our growth will be called inclusive. We are very happy to partner with the MIT University and are really, we would like to congratulate you for bringing about such a wonderful program, how we can educate our members, our students, and because in the coming times, the theory has to be backed with the practical knowledge as how things are existing in the business environment. In the future also, we would like to partner with you on such issues, how we can break out better learning, better understanding of the business scenario. And I must say that these are the budding entrepreneurs, budding managers in the making. I congratulate and wish MET a great success in their endeavor to bring about better talent in the education field. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bhavna.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
We are honored to have our guest of honor today, respected Dr. Sandeep Gopalan, sir, ex-Vice Chancellor, Carolina University, USA, to bless the house with his thoughtful and extremely knowledgeable words. I heartily welcome you, sir, on behalf of entire Amity family. I would request Dr. Bhavna Taneja, ma'am, to welcome him abroad.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Welcome, sir. Professor Sandeep Gopalan served as the Vice Chancellor of Carolina University for over 3 years during 2019-22. He was previously the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Academic Innovation at Deakin University in Melbourne. Prior to that, he has been the Dean of Law Schools in Ireland and Australia and a professor in the US, Australia, UK, and Ireland. Professor Gopalan also served as the chairman of the Arizona Aerospace and Defense Commission and the American Bar Association Commission on Immigration, amongst other leadership roles. He completed his formal education at Oxford, where he was a Rhodes Scholar. Professor Gopalan's research has been published at journals including at Georgetown, U.Penn, Michigan State, Vanderbilt, etc., and his OPED pieces have been published in media, including the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Australian, Irish Times, etc. He has also appeared in a variety of television and radio channels in several countries. We welcome you abroad, sir. Abroad.
Thank you very much indeed for the kind invitation and the introduction this evening. It's almost midnight here, so if I don't make much sense, please attribute that to the lateness of the time. So firstly, let me start by thanking Dr. Priya, Dr. Shavona, and Dr. Bhavna for the kind invitation to speak at this conference, and to Amity University for its continued generosity and kindness in the various collaborations we've had over the years. Obviously, the timing of your conference and the theme are indeed very apposite given the world in which we live in currently. So in the few minutes I have, I'll just speak in broad terms about a couple of themes that are related to your conference that students and scholars might find useful. So firstly, many of you know that the economy and the future of work are undergoing rapid change, right? I mean, some of you are familiar with the research that dates back at least until the 1990s, which originally actually started at MIT, looking at how offshoring of technology workers to India from the US and other developed countries was changing how US corporations primarily were operating. Because obviously, if you could hire a programmer from Bangalore as opposed to California, the cost savings in terms of labor and other factors was thought to be quite significant. And in the 90s, many economists, especially labor economists, were concerned about what implications this would have for the US workforce. Now, since the late 1990s, we know what happened. I mean, India obviously was a tremendous beneficiary of the offshoring boom, and a whole class of people moved from either low income to at least a middle income, middle class status, in large part because of the boom in the services sector that the offshoring US and Western world migration engendered. Later on, once the internet matured, other scholars looked at the potential for more than just IT work to be done through technology that existed. So in particular, two scholars at Oxford, Frey and Osborne, did a study about 10 years ago now about the potential of technology to automate a lot of the routine jobs that are done in Western countries. I mean, they studied about 700 occupations in the US and looked at whether technology could do those jobs without human beings being involved. And they concluded then that about 47% of the jobs or tasks within the jobs could be done by machines based on technology at that time. Of course, 10 years has passed, and since then, AI and machine learning has expanded in terms of its capabilities and sophistication dramatically, and other studies following on from Frey and Osborne, including ones done by the World Economic Forum, the Australian government, the World Bank, OECD, etc., all confirm that about 1 in 2 jobs could disappear because they could be done by machines just based on existing technology, let alone the possibilities that exist as AI and machine learning mature and advance even more. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because your conference is about recent and future advances in commerce and finance, right? And one of the biggest areas in which AI and machine learning is obviously impacting is the world of business very broadly and finance in particular. So in the world of finance, for instance, in the credit card industry, there is extensive use of machine learning and AI. So ranging from whether you should get a credit card and what is your credit worthiness, that is assessed by some form of AI based on factors including your age, your income, your residence postal code, your other factors associated with your lending and borrowing history, and so on and so forth. So these decisions today, at least in advanced countries and probably also in India by the larger, more sophisticated banks, is done by algorithms which assess your risk profile and determine whether you're worthy of credit. It's not just in credit cards. When you apply for a mortgage loan to buy a house or an apartment or a condo here, your profile is assessed by AI to determine what rate you should be issued, whether you should be issued a loan at all, and so on and so forth. If you do succeed in getting a credit card, if you happen to purchase things online or somewhere else that is different to where you currently live as per your credit card application, very quickly the card gets shut down because some AI-led algorithm is seeing that the pattern of consumption is anomalous based on where you supposedly reside. And it shuts down your card because of the fear that it might be fraudulent. So maybe somebody stole your card and is misusing it. So there's no human being involved in any of this. Before you know it, I mean, it happens to me all the time. I travel a lot. So whenever I use my card in a different airport to buy a Starbucks, for instance, if I have not notified the credit card provider about my travel plans, it will be declined even if it's a $5 purchase, because the systems are so sophisticated and calibrated to reduce risk for the bank that it does not want to take a chance that when I'm living in Winston, yesterday I was in California. So I could not use my card because I had not lodged the travel notification because I was just gone for one day, but the algorithm determined that maybe this guy who lives in North Carolina should not have been buying coffee in California, and said potentially this could be fraudulent and shut it down. So that's just another example of AI doing something very significant in finance without any human beings present. Similarly, many of you have gone into online banking and you see a chatbot with a name which looks human. Guess what? That's not a human being who's talking to you 24/7. It's a chatbot which is enabled by machine learning, which learns from thousands of queries posed by consumers like you. And the questions happen to be similar, so it recognizes the patterns and provides answers. This is done ubiquitously by millions of transactions, and people don't even realize that there is no person there and that it's just a machine responding to these questions. So the online fraud problem is about $50 billion worth, and that's what chatbots are designed to solve. The AI-based machine learning fraud prevention is supposed to solve. Similarly, chatbots allow for 24/7 banking provision when the average bank closes at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, depending on where you live. And it doesn't affect consumers because they're able to do what they need to do with interaction live, anytime, anywhere because of chatbot technology. Similarly, the whole use of AI across the sector is supposed to be worth something like $440 billion in just finance. You expand from the world of banking to trading. A lot of trading now on the stock exchanges is algorithmic. There's no human trader. It happens millions of times per second based on patterns of data that an algorithmic trading system is using to make trades every second, because human beings are too slow to assess the data. By the time you read and click the button, the price is different. So the huge trading houses do not want to take that chance. So they leave it to automated machine-based trading, which is built upon algorithms. So the point I'm making is the future of finance is very much AI and machine learning. And if you as students are not preparing yourselves for that future, you will be redundant. And if you are a business school that is preparing students without teaching them machine learning, natural language processing, and the applications thereof in business, you are preparing your students for failure because they will not be relevant in a world where a lot of routine tasks can be done by machines without the need for human beings. So the future is very much about machines and how human beings can better use those machines or work alongside the robots to do their jobs more efficiently and better. And I'll close with my final theme. If the world of finance and business is algorithms, robots, and artificial intelligence, where do human beings fit? And are we all supposed to be redundant and sitting at home on our couches, watching TV or playing video games with some minimum wages that the government provides us as benefits or social security, and we're largely useless because the machines don't get tired, don't get sick, work 24/7, and we just cannot compete? Or is there a role for us? I firmly believe there is a role for us, and one of the greatest challenges of humanity in the next 50 years is for us to figure out what that role is and how to protect ourselves in an AI-driven world. So one of the examples of why that is relevant is, for instance, the huge biases and injustices that are currently being influenced in many sectors due to an extensive use of AI, which is coded already with biases, or because of the lack of humanity in the AI system that it's causing unintended biases. And human beings are impacted by these biased decisions without the ability to do anything about it. So for instance, I said your credit card application or your job application is not being assessed by a human being, but by an AI. So when you apply to a large bank in the US or a big multinational corporation these days, your CV is not screened by an HR person who is a human being. It is screened in the first instance by an algorithm. So you may not even be getting a fair shot at a job because some machine decides that you're not good enough. Or you may not get a loan because you live in the wrong postcode, which the AI system is coded to recognize as high risk. Imagine the unfairness of these decisions, right? You happen to be born into a state which has had bad socioeconomic outcomes or bad crime or whatever it is that the system is coded to classify as high risk. I mean, I don't need to name any states or regions in India, but we all know some regions and states, et cetera, are associated with some bad historical outcomes. It's not their fault, it's history. Should that be perpetuated through AI, which says these are really bad people because they live in a bad place? Absolutely not, right? Because it's a complete injustice. And a person's future should not be determined by their past, of which they had no control. So one of the great callings of you as students and faculty members in the future world is to find solutions to these kinds of algorithmic injustices and to make sure that we are not ruled by code, that we're actually ruled by empathy and humanity and fairness, and we make sure that these algorithmic decisions in business or in other sectors are done in a fair and explainable way so that people have a chance to know why they had adverse outcomes. And when there is unfairness, they have a mechanism to find redress. Instead, what we're having in a lot of business contexts is just a decision that is given by an AI. So you get a nice polite email saying your loan was declined, or your you were not offered a job because some candidate was better. But you don't know why, and that you don't know it's not a human being who couldn't even be bothered to look at your CV. Let us make sure that we still live in a human-driven world where we don't perpetrate more injustices and perpetuate inequalities that have existed forever through just ceding our autonomy and our decisions to machines in the name of efficiency. Because business is not just about efficiency. It's also about humanity. It is also about making sure that the average person has a livelihood that can support themselves and their families, and to feel that they are flourishing rather than just being made to feel redundant and only good to watch TV or play video games without being productive members of society. So I think that is one of the great callings of our times and is particularly important in the business education and business school context. So I commend you at Amity University for organizing this conference, especially in a time post-COVID when AI and automation and algorithms are being accelerated. And that pandemic has, of course, pushed that agenda even further. So your conference is an opportunity to re-examine those concerns and to educate our students about the need to be more vigilant and conscious as the future of business and indeed the economy in a developing country like India. So once again, thank you for for inviting me, and I wish you every success in this conference. And for the students, I wish you tremendous success in your future lives and careers once you graduate from this institution and move on to very, very successful lives, whether it's in India or elsewhere. So once again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir, that you have given your valuable time and you have given your knowledge. You have shared your knowledge with us. Thank you so much, sir. Today we have faculty and expert of Bitcoin and artificial intelligence with us, Mr. Rishi Srivastava, sir. Sir is B.Tech, M.Tech, and has several research papers in the field of Bitcoin and artificial intelligence and cryptocurrency. As we know that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency being one of the upcoming and emerging concepts in the field of commerce and finance, we expect that the address of Mr. Rishi Srivastava, sir, will be beneficial for us. He has several publications in the same areas and has also filed a patent recently in the same field. I would request Mr. Rishi Srivastava, sir, to share his valuable words with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Priya, ma'am. Thank you very much for giving this wonderful opportunity to me to present myself over a topic of Bitcoin. Very soon, I'm going to share a PPT on the screen. Just confirm me whether you are seeing my PPT or not.
Sure, sir.
Are you able to see my PPT, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now it's clear, ma'am, in the whole screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much once again, Dr. Priya, ma'am. Thank you very much, and entire management of Amity University Jharkhand. Very soon, I'm going to start my concept on over the Bitcoin, as I am doing my doctorate over the Bitcoin. And you can see my first slide. There is a history of cryptography. Why they Japan 1998. He is an inventor. As same Satoshi Nakamoto, he is also an inventor of Bitcoin, and Hal Penny, he is the first person who download a Bitcoin and use a Bitcoin in very effective manner. So these are the history of Bitcoin. From there, the Bitcoin cryptocurrency started. Moving forward, you can see there is a virtual currency, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. The unique concept in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency is it's a peer-to-peer network. It's a decentralized cryptocurrency. Means there is no virtual server, there is no central server who is going to authenticate or validate the payment system. So we can assume a small example that a group of people who are connected over the network and using a cryptocurrency, and somebody is going to buy a thing, all the peoples have to validate the particular transactions. After the validation, the payment is successfully done. So there is a huge benefit of this cryptocurrency Bitcoin is there is very lesser chances to devalidate the transaction because all the peoples are a genuine legitimate user in the network. So this is a very charming situation of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, and there is no central authority also. So moving forward, now the feature of Bitcoin, it's a very vital part, like it's a decentralized, as I said, there is no centralized server. It's an open source, anybody can download and access the Bitcoin. It's a peer-to-peer network. We can see we all are act as a peer in the network and very easy to use. And there is very lesser chances to devalidate the transactions or try to acquire the entire network because users are situated in the very far geographical location. One person is from anywhere and one person access from anywhere. So this is a very benefit part of the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Moving forward, you can see in the screen the type of cryptocurrency and Litecoin, Ripple, Checkers, Monero. These all are the type of cryptocurrency, and it is using in the network now, and it is effectively used by the different merchants and the country. Now, this is a very important part, how Bitcoin cryptocurrency is used. So we all know that the Bitcoin cryptocurrency is a very biggest application over the internet, and there is a huge public, huge users, peers, those who are going to use. So there is a blockchain ledger. We can see it's a ledger, like it's a register where the data is integrated in the blockchain ledger dynamically. So once you spin the coin, you are going to buy something from the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Your data is updated in the particular ledger, and that ledger is secured by blockchain. Blockchain is a very unique mathematical function. We can say in the network, it's a hash function. Hash function is the securest function in the network cryptography. As of now, it is not possible to crack them, hack them, or any type of tampering possibility is lesser in the hash function. So the ledger is secured by the hash function. The data is secured in electronic way in the hash function in the mathematical way. So there is no chances to store the data like a currency form. It's in the mathematical form. So it's a blockchain ledger. Then there is a cryptography involved, like encryption techniques involved by which the transactions are happening. And then there is A to B, like a person is buying something. The payment is started from the recipient and received from the merchant side. So these are the basic operational part of the cryptocurrency. Moving forward, now you can see, as I said, that the encryption part is very vital in the blockchain. Why it is very secure? It's an asymmetric encryption technique using. What is asymmetric? Asymmetric is there is a two different key using to secure the packets. Like two different keys. Why I am saying one is a public key, second is a private key. So these both keys are using to secure the packet, and by this key, the packet is start transmission from the A recipient and received by the merchant recipient. And during this, the encryption technique is using a secure hash algorithm SHA-256. Again, I said hash function SHA-256, they are a very robust encryption technique in the network as of now and difficult to crack them. That's why we can say that the blockchain cryptocurrency is very secure due to these functionalities. Moving forward, now you can see that the biggest top merchants like Dell, Microsoft, Expedia, Newgen, etc. These all are now accepting the Bitcoin. You can access, you can buy, you can access the things through a Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Now, these are the last 10 to 12 years of the history of payment system and the amounts of the Bitcoin. And we can see that gradually the Bitcoin users and the payment, these all are increasing in last 10 to 12 years. So now Bitcoin is a very safe, cryptocurrency is a very safe payment system as of now. Like compared to Paytm, compared to Google Pay, there is a central server. If central server is compromised, the whole network is compromised. But in the Bitcoin, there is nothing like a central server. So we all are act as a server same time. We all are act as a client same time. So Bitcoin cryptocurrency is a very secure network in the network, and we can use effectively. So, ma'am, that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Hope the people can understand my explanation over the Bitcoin.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Now, I would request Dr. Shobna Chaudhary, ma'am, Head of Institute, Arts and Commerce. Ma'am has been the main driving force behind the international conference. Now, I would like to request Dr. Bhavna Taneja, ma'am, to introduce Dr. Shobna, ma'am, for a vote of thanks. Ma'am, you are muted. Bhavna, ma'am, you are muted.
Sorry. Thank you so much, ma'am. Dr. Shobna Chaudhary, an author working as Head of Institute of Arts and Commerce Program and also the University Coordinator for Student Welfare. She is a regular invitee and trainer at the Indian Audit and Accounts Department, Government of Jharkhand. She is a lifetime member of Indian Commerce Association. Ma'am has more than 12 years of teaching and research experience. Her research area is digital finance, self-service facilities in banks and financial institutions. She has received the Best Presentation Award in the International Conference ICP MSEA 2020 at Bangkok, Thailand. She has been invited as session chair in international conference organized by the University of the State Fiscal Service of Ukraine. Dr. Chaudhary is a PhD and holds masters in 3 subjects, that is business management, international business, and commerce. She has been awarded the Faculty of the Year 2014 from ISM Ranchi. Ma'am also holds the Masters in Kathak Nritya and has received double gold medal in classical dance and award from Honorable President, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Before joining Amity, ma'am has worked as a banker at Axis Bank, Kolkata. Her inclination towards academics and interest in academic administrative roles made her join IIM Ranchi in the year 2012. She has also conducted the detailed survey relating to the plying of auto rickshaws in the city of Jharkhand for Deputy Commissioner and District Magistrate. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Bhavna Taneja, ma'am. With the blessings of Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Sir, and Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Sir, it is a matter of honor and pride privilege for me to deliver the vote of thanks today on the inaugural session of the international conference organized in the field of commerce and finance by Amity College of Commerce and Finance in association with Federation Jharkhand of Chambers for Commerce and Industry. Beginning with the vote of thanks, I heartily acknowledge the support extended by Federation of Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry for collaborating with us in this conference. I heartily extend my gratitude to our guest of honors, Mr. Aditya Malhotra, Sir, Vice President, Jharkhand Chamber of Commerce and Industry, our guest of honor, Dr. Sandeep Gopalan, Sir, ex-Vice Chancellor of Carolina University, USA, our chief guest who will be joining shortly in the upcoming session, Mr. Bashiru Arumu, Sir, Vice Chancellor of Crown University, a UNESCO laureate, for gracing the occasion and sparing their valuable time. I extend my sincere gratitude to our respected Senior Vice President, Sir, Mr. U. Ramachandran, Sir, and our respected Vice President, Sir, Mr. Gaurav Gupta, Sir, for the valuable guidance and blessings. I also thank our own very own respected Mr. Gaurav Gupta, Sir, once again for guiding us for this conference. I extend my gratitude to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Ashok Srivastav, sir, Mr. Prabhakar Tripathi, sir, our registrar, sir, our Dean Academics, sir, Dr. Ajit Kumar Pandey, sir, and all the various directors and HOIs of our university. I extend my sincere gratitude to the admin team and IT team, without which this conference would not have been possible. My sincere acknowledgement to the IT support team from Noida for channelizing this conference, for providing the support and the valuable support which we expect for the next 2 days. And I'm sure that we'll get the same from the department. I thank all the attendees and participants and my best wishes to each one of you so that you can get the information, the valuable concept with which you have, with the desire of which you have joined this conference. Lastly, I would like to thank the convener, the team members, and each and everyone from the department for organizing such a wonderful conference, and hoping that as we were successful in the first international conference, with the same hope, we move ahead with the further sessions on the second international conference on recent advances in the field of commerce and finance. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, the moderators.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would request our respected Head of Institute, Arts and Commerce, Dr. Shobna Chaudhary, ma'am, to declare the inaugural session closed.
Before closing the inaugural session, my sincere thanks to Mr. Rishi Srivastav, sir, for the valuable presentation on cryptocurrency, which is the upcoming topic. And we all are very skeptical about the topic, and for guiding us. So thank you, Mr. Rishi Srivastav, sir, for the address. I now declare the inaugural session of this conference closed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Inaugural session closed. We'll be joining soon in the technical session, which will be beginning at 2 p.m. Requesting all the attendees and participants to join at 2 p.m. Thank you.